Okay guys, we're going to go ahead and get into the chord progression of Hey Joe, and we're not going to really worry about the fill-ins or the lead stuff here too much, but we're going to just get that basic chord progression out of the way, and I'll show you a couple ideas of things you can do to fill in some of the empty spots if you're playing by yourself, but let's go ahead and get into it. This is the second video, so you've already learned the intro to the song. Okay, now that leads into that C. That is your first chord. So if you don't know what a C chord is, let's go ahead and learn it. A C chord is going to be open on this skinniest string, the E string. Okay, but the B string is going to be played in the first fret with your first finger, playing this note. Okay, the G string is going to be open. The D string is going to be played in the second fret with your second finger or your middle finger. The A string is going to be played in the third fret with your third finger. Okay? And we mute the E string. I kind of double mute it. I've got my third finger wrapped around and my third finger touches it a little bit on the side. So there's no way that's going to play on accident. So here are the strings. We're muted on the thick E string. The A string is third fret. The D string is second fret. The G string is open. The B string is first. The skinny E string is open. Okay? So that's the first chord of the chord progression. So it's, coming from the intro part, it's going to sound like. Okay? Let me do my right hand here so you can see it better. And then you go to your G chord there. Now, again, our G chord, if you haven't learned it yet, is first finger on the A string, that one there, second finger on the third fret of the E string, that one there, and then either your third finger or your pinky on the skinny E string. Okay? I like to use my pinky, but you can use your third if you like. And everything else is open. So we've got third fret, second fret, open, 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 third. This is our G chord. Okay? Now we'll worry about the rhythm in a second. We're going to go ahead and go to the next chord in this chord progression, and that's D. Okay? Alright, now with our D chord, we're muting this E string here. Okay? The A string, I let the A string ring. You can mute it if you want, but I don't mind it, so I let the A string ring. The D string is also open. Let it ring. The G string is going to be second fret with your first finger. Okay? That right there. Second fret, first finger. The B string is going to be played in the third fret with your third finger. Okay? And the skinny E string down here is going to be played in the second fret with your middle finger. Okay? So that's the D chord. So far we've got C chord, G, D. Okay? Now for our fourth chord, it's going to be the A chord. Now for the A chord, again, we're going to mute this E string. The A string is going to remain open, and the D string is going to be second fret with your middle finger. Okay? Playing this note. The G string is going to be second fret with your first finger, so you want to slide it up underneath there as close as you can get it. Second fret, G string. And then the B string is going to be second fret with your third finger. If you can see that. I know it's hard. They're all jammed up in there so close it's hard to see, but that's second fret for the D, the G, and the B string. Okay? Then the skinniest E string here, down here, is open. Okay, so it's a 5-string chord. Just wrap your thumb around to mute this E string and strum these 5 strings. A string is open, D is second, G is second, B is second, and E is open. Okay? Now our last chord is the E chord. Okay? Now this one is going to be open on the E string. It's going to be second on the A string with your middle finger, so second on the A string. D string is going to be second fret with your third finger. G string is going to be first fret with your first finger. And then B string is open and E string is open. Okay? So it's a 6-string chord here. That's the E chord. Now, here's the way I like to play this one. I kind of messed it up, didn't I? And then it just kind of repeats after that. So you can see you stay on that E chord a long time. And basically what you do during that E chord, which you'll notice in the song, when that E chord is up there, he's actually playing a lot of fill-in and lead stuff there. I can go into that stuff more on another lesson, but here you might just want to try playing your scale a little bit. If you haven't learned it, you can watch the other videos for your pentatonic scale or your blues scale and fill in a little bit. One fun thing to do if you're a beginner is when you go into this E chord, instead of just strumming that E chord, you strum this. Okay, so it's going to sound like... Okay, you just kind of go through it like that. What I'm doing is, when I get to the A chord, I go... let me see, I'm going to go from the C. And the D, and the A. And then what I play here is 3rd fret on the E string. Okay, I play that note, and I bend it slightly. That means I pull the string down to make the note go up. And then I've got my first finger ready to come down on the 2nd fret of the A string. And then I play the E string open. So I've got open on the E string, 2nd fret on the A string, and it plays this power chord. Okay? So it sounds like this. Okay? Okay, so 3rd fret by itself on the thick E string, and then open and 2nd on the E and the A. Okay? Open, 2nd. And then after you do that, you can go ahead and switch to your E major chord or your E chord and keep strumming that until it's time to switch back to the C chord. Okay? Another thing you can do when you're going back into the C chord is repeat the intro a little bit and just go. Okay? So it's going to sound like this. What I did there is just 3 notes. I played open on the A string, that string right there, open, then I hammer, and the 2nd fret with whatever finger you're comfortable with, but you probably want to use your middle finger. Okay? And then open on the D string. So, and then just come down on the C chord, and that's it. So, okay, and that's basically how the chord progression